from London. This is not it has had to field as many questions about international politics as international football in his press Tunisia on June the 18th. It's a while since England have beaten Holland. He's now sitting alongside me, 4 games away from the next major tournament. And England...
A bit adjust and be flexible, but this isn't danger, but this is no friendly for those players.
Well, we've got
90 minutes under his belt, but if he plays well, obviously with his back three and wing backs...
Rose seems to have recovered. And it's in towards Rashford, and it needed the invention. Depay. That's too high even for Bas Dost. This is now giving England more injury concerns. He's been...
He turned his ankle a little bit. Like, you just see him there as he's going to go in for the...
Sterling's just back from injury. Sterling. Oxlade-Chamberlain. It's well struck. Atterboy has found a cross. Germany international, so almost 2 full games in November, hoping for another. Oxlade-Chamberlain, England's passing good. Sterling tried to slip it through to Rashford, just cast a bit too much.
Play from Holland, but England, to be fair, had got back.
Because Rose is free. Finds him beautifully. Rose's cross is just over.
Catches Hattenberg out, just can't find the right cross.
Playing recognised fullbacks on the end. Good work by Raheem Sterling. Laid it off to Lingard.
Here, is there? Yeah, there is, just off the knee. Should have been a corner. Sterling pinched the ball, didn't he? Really well. Slides it. He's saying it's come off.
Should take charge in the last year. Appointed last month in succession to Dick Advocaat to Henderson up towards Rashford. Well seen by De Ligt. It's a bold effort from range, and Jordan picked.
That's where you want Rashford on the last defender. Sending it was an easy...
Rose with the corner. And towards the head of Maguire. Kept alive by Trippier. Here's Strootman. Now Depay can turn. A challenge from Oxford. The delights of VAR tonight ahead of the World Cup. This is Quincy Promes trying to get in
position, leave his man and take the danger.
Now Sterling. Raheem Sterling shot, blocked by De Ligt, England corner.
In there, and it's 1v1. Sterling tries to get maybe another touch.
Rose with the corner. In towards Maguire. It's tucked away.
This is a chance, a half chance. You just want it to drop to a white shirt.
Listen. He's trying to drive it towards Trippier.
Can get the second ball.
No flag. Sterling's cross. It's a foul by Hatterboy.
Shows him a little bit, puts his leg there first, isn't it?
Change here. They'll flick by Henderson.
He's going in for every set play. He's in the box. Normally he's on the edge of the box, but from Rashford he just pulls out the back there and
goes on the free kick actually. Yeah,
blind side.
In a better position still a moment ago. Oxlade-Chamberlain. Now Trippier. First time cross seized upon.
Movement, the play, the patience. The ball from Stones cutting through.
Attack, 3 up with him. Just got to pick the right pass. He's asked an awful lot of Rashford, and De Ligt managed laid off to Lingard. Early for Raheem Sterling. Goalkeeper off limits, did really well. It was a good decision. Quincy Promes. Just over the head of Memphis Depay. This is Patrick. Corner kick to Holland, run by
Dost is just pulling off on Walker.
Michael joined Dost in the centre there. Goalkeeper in 2 marks.
The fact that he's looked to come. Comes towards you and it goes away, but it's got pace on it.
Quite work there. Maguire and Lingard on different wavelengths. And
yeah. Gets caught, those players that can pass at the back. For many, many years, England, we didn't have.
Rose. In towards Lingard. Turned away by De...
The Dutch have found it really difficult.
But here's Memphis Depay. Pickford.
From Danny Rose on the half volley. And that's what's ended up.
Time in Amsterdam before we hear from the panel. It's Holland 0, England 0.
Last two games they haven't scored. I think Gareth will be saying if he can just get another extra man in there around all at the back, and the only trouble that England have got is when they've got themselves in a bit by
England haven't been to a World Cup semi-final since 1990. Lingard is picked off by Strootman. It's towards the head of Dost. Kept alive by Hatterborg. Complete miskick by... Here comes Danny Rose. Oh, just wasn't the cross that the rest of...
Danny Rose went for the far post, unfortunately.
Hatterborg. Seen off by... Depay with the corner. Headed away by Stones. Oxlade-Chamberlain on towards Rashford, who's quick, and he's got away here now. Was he clipped?
It was great pace.
Oh, it's a penalty.
It's a definite penalty. He's got up and he's exasperated on it.
Rose. Rashford going again. This one's deflected. That will be a corner at least.
Field players, but Sterling now's popping in there, coming away from their back.
Maguire. Sterling's there. Henderson's there. Sterling.
Back into the 6-yard box, and it just wouldn't come down for Sterling on.
Rashford. Trippier's made a very, very bold run. He'll take some fine custom roll on the wide left. Driven in towards Oxlade-Chamberlain. It's Jesse Lingard, and England lead. It's been coming. And an England performance full of promise has now got a goal to realise that promise. And Jesse Lingard has scored his first at international level.
And it's certainly what they deserve as well. It's a really good break, good move, spare men in midfield, Chamberlain. Lingard knows the system.
21 level, and his goal threat is growing. 13 this season now. Depay and Dost and Depay, and hit by Quincy Promise and hit over the bar.
Get a chance again from England's ball play. Here's a corner, gets a deflection.
Pulled back and hit by Wijnaldum. Dost with the back heel.
Pulls it back, lovely Depay, and this kick there, he just tries to flick it.
And Rashford just couldn't get it out from under his feet. And hit well, blocked well too by Walker. Here's Van Aanholt in towards Hatterberg. And Rose did his job. Ryan Babel there in the background, you'll recognise. But first to depart, all of whom have impressed this evening. Header away, it's a good one by Walker. Delit though. It's an ambitious effort.
Well, I think in this shape, yeah, Dele Alli probably plays just behind one striker down the middle, but having the two up front, yeah, I think Rose has done well tonight. Put himself forward. A couple of times, just a little showed a
Strootman. Depay. They almost improvised something. Now Trippier. Cross in, turned away by De Vrij. Wijnaldum. A little bit of space here for Van Aanholt, but he's offside. Really good line from England.
Wire there, you see Stones there, just stepping up. And you lose players, and if you're going to put your hat on people, there's a spine that you're trying to bait. Put a base.
Here's Depay. Oh, that was a rather rugged challenge by Stones.
Going into Babel, but it's a foul all day long.
Jordan Pickford was a... Depay. It's a good effort, swinging. Pickford watched it carefully.
He's going round the wall, whips it back, and Pickford has gone a
Welbeck, terrific defending by Van Dijk. Welbeck back to Trippier. Good stop that by Zoot. Recovery by Ashley Young.
Well done, Ashley Young. It was excellent.
Depay. It's a good turn that by Hatterborg, but it was a good...
The right wing back ends up like a centre forward.
Patrick Van Aanholt. Van Aanholt shot, and his unfavoured right foot's going to go for... On in their place have come Donny van der Beek of Ajax for his second cap, and he's been so consistent alongside Dale Stephens for Brighton. Oh, there's a flag up here to Nick. Good line again.
There's 5 across the line.
A bit wider. It's in towards Weghorst, and well gathered, well claimed.
But his eyes for the ball there, just concentrated.
Aanholt. In towards Weghorst. He just couldn't get off the ground. He's supremacy. with the only goal